Now, the other thing is BBC did a survey on sponsors. So here in Kenya, we call them sponsors. In places like South Africa, they're known as blessers. In Nigeria, yesterday I got to know that they're called mentors. Oh. So when we call mentors here a different thing, if you go to Nigeria screaming that you have 5 mentors, people will look at you like, there's something wrong here. But BBC did a survey and said that 1 in every 5 Kenyan lady has a sponsor. And this is, I want to attach it with the issue of Sharon and her passing away. What the murder that she had to go through, that was definitely not something that should be taken lightly. Nevertheless, a lot of people, especially online, were saying that she deserves it because she was, quote to quote, a clan right? Stevens, I'm sure you've seen that story.
Yes, of course.
Your thoughts on it?
You don't know that. Yeah. Sharon, unfortunately, for a lady in campus, would have such a, full murder and death, it's unfortunate. We all feel remorseful about it. The first time I had found in the forest, murdered and, burned and all those things, it's just very terrible. Just to think that a young person would end her life like that when you come from such a humble background. That said, it's true that you would have relationships in terms of sponsors and, governors and, whoever has money. And again, that goes to the level of moral issues. Yes. And these are things that used to happen too. But at the rate that people are getting into relationships that sometimes we wouldn't understand, where you find yourself risking your life and sometimes in campuses boasting to your friends and you're not talking about books, you're talking about I'm getting, for example, a 20 million house in Lavington. It's just very bizarre. Allow
me to throw a spin in the works here. Queen, a lot of these young girls, just like Sharon Otieno, who I hope that her family will get the justice that she deserves, because having a sponsor or not having a sponsor does not legitimize her murder. Exactly. But a lot of the young people, girls like Sharon, humble is not even the word to say it. A poor background. She struggled to pay school fees. Her own family said it. A lot of these girls do not go looking for sponsors because they want to. It's because life pushes them to the point where you have to. She is a mother of 2 children. She was pregnant with a third born who was only 7 months old. She had yet to deliver. She comes from a poor background. She couldn't be able to pay school fees. Is it okay to have a sponsor?
Okay. A tough question. Good question. There's good question, but
because a lot of these girls don't want to.
Good question, and I think I'm going to answer you in this way. We have the ideal situation where we'll say no, it's not okay to have a sponsor. Every man should be faithful to their wife or wives. Girls should remain virgins until they're married. Okay, we should finish school before. I mean, that is the ideal situation. Then, unfortunately, we have the reality.
Circumstances.
And sometimes the ideal situation and the reality, they are worlds apart, okay? Because the reality, there are a lot of things that push these girls into this kind of scenario. And please do not get me wrong. I am not in any way, I do not endorse sponsorship mentality. I don't. And I don't think it is okay for girls to have sponsors. There has to be another way. And maybe just what I can say is, it all depends on where we are coming from, all right? I have a daughter, okay? Would I, for example, would I be okay to see my daughter drive into my compound with a car that I don't know where it has come from, a sleek car for that matter, a Range, for instance, or, full of shopping, and I know she's a student, and then I ask her, Mommy, where did this come from? She tells me, Mom, don't worry. You see, the moment we start entertaining those kind of things, we are already endorsing the sponsorship mentality without even saying it is okay.
But for a parent who doesn't have anything, like in this scenario,
like I said, it gets to a point where I know, all right, we don't have a house, we don't have a decent, I can't even afford your school fees, but I have to interrogate. I have to interrogate.
Yes. These are long stories. Life is Manichian. There'll always be young girls, even if you have a good job, you're gorgeous. If I'm a governor and I look at you and...
Zero, sweetheart, zero. That's a zero.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. We have not started the world. Wakina John F. Kennedy used to have their people, powerful men with resources. We'd always go after aesthetically good-looking people. It's the world.
Okay.
Wait, what is wrong is this? A man like that governor So what? She's pregnant, she has been sleeping with your son and she wants to blackmail you. Last week, you people in Nairobi and you had Nyachai there. So what? Let it be splashed. Wakina Steve, we are experts in this. Wache kwe kwa gazeti. Fight it in court. Refuse. You have money for lawyers. What are you doing with assassins? There is a cruelty and a bizarreness to that. Instead of engaging lawyers, you're engaging assassins. Wacha peleke vitu kwetu kwa gazeti. Tulikuwa na Nyachai.
Yeah.
She's still there in Tanzania.
Now that we are still on this issue.